Zach Lavine, man. The guy that's just all about giving. When he was here, he was electrifying at times. He can be frustrated at times. But when I read this article from Elias Schuster, I'm like, man, Zach Lavine may have played off anyway.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another daily episode of Shy Boys Podcast. If you like what you're listening to, make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. My man Zach Lavine coming through in different ways, man. Shout out to my boy Elias Schuster once again with a great article. Y'all should check it out. Bleacher Nation, Chicago Bulls. Zach Lavine, man. Listen to this, bro. Let's talk about it. The original package that saw Chicago land Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins in full control over their 2025 first-round pick, which turned into Noah Essengay, also created a lofty trade exception, which proved to be the first thing that came in handy during the most recent NBA trade deadline. So that's that initial trade. Zach Lavine, y'all remember last year, Zach Lavine got traded for Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins. We really know what to think right away. Let's just be honest. We really didn't know what to think, but all three of those guys show something. Well, I'll separate them like this. Trey Jones and Zach Collins, when he's healthy, Zach Collins is a solid contributor to the Chicago Bulls. Kevin Huerter is a little bit up and down to me, wishy-washy. Sometimes, he's too inconsistent. So I'm thinking that's the reason they traded Kevin Huerter off, and also other reasons as well. Trey Jones, I think, should be here with the Chicago Bulls. Is a careful guy with the basketball, consummate teammate. It's just a professional point guard. There's not a lot of those in the NBA these days, neither. And also in that deal, we got the 2025 first-round pick, which turned into Noah Essengay. And it's a shame that, he's injured for the entire season. We really won't get a chance to get a good look at him until next season. But when we initially drafted Noah Essengay, consensus was that they was okay pick. It was an okay pick. Let's go on. The Bulls did some surprisingly good business when they helped the Kings and Cavaliers facilitate their DeAndre Hunter trade a couple of weeks back. They used part of the Lavine exception to take on Dario Saric's salary and thus receive 2 future second-round picks. I told y'all Dario Saric was not going to play one game in the Chicago Bulls uniform. I told y'all, bro. It was a surprise when I seen this come through my notifications, but then I immediately thought that he's not going to play for the Bulls. Not how they said they want to build this team. But you did get those 2 future round draft picks in that deal. Let's go on. That's 3 draft picks so far. That's the 2025 first round picks, which turned into Noah Essengay, and 2 second-round picks, 2 future second-round picks that we'll talk about in a little bit. Chicago was then able to flip Saric and Kevin Huerter to the Detroit Pistons in another 3-team deal, landing 24-year-old lottery pick Jaden Ivey and veteran guard Mike Conley. Now, when I looked at this, I also was kind of, I knew Kevin Herter was going to be one of the guys that's going to be on the chopping block. When I look back, everybody was on the chopping block, basically. But I knew Kevin Herter was probably going to be on the move. But landing a guy like Jaden Ivey, I know he has some spunk. He's a lottery pick, has some spunk when he got drafted. He coming off a bad injury. So I was thinking to the boys, what are we doing here? Maybe you guys seeing something there? Are you willing to wait till he fully heals? Because I know the consensus on his type of injury is it takes a couple years to get back to where you were. You rolling the dice here with Jaden Ivey. We'll see. And Mike Conley, once again, I thought he'd never play a single quarter in the Chicago Bulls uniform. We already had a bazillion guards already. So let's keep going. The Bulls continue to reap the benefits of the trade exception deal for Zarek, sending one of those second rounders to the Boston Celtics as part of a Nick Vooch trade. This deal netted them an expiring contract in Anthony Simons, as well as a high-quality second-round pick that it expected to sit between 31 and 35. Oh, that's when they did what they needed to be done. Nick Vooch needed to be traded off the Chicago Bulls, and they did just that. And a lot of people like Anthony Simons. He can score the basketball, bro. I don't know if he could do a lot of anything else, but he can score the basketball, especially shooting the basketball. Also, that high quality second round pick doesn't hurt as well. And it's like in the high second round. It's going to be the top of the second round. Between 31 and 35, it's predicted to be slated. Not so bad from a Zach Lavine trade last year before the deadline. This spanning over 2 seasons. Let's see where we all ended up. For Zach Lavine going to the Sacramento Kings, this is what we end up as of today. Trey Jones, Zach Collins, Noah Essegay, Jaden Ivey, Anthony Simons, Colin Sexton, Nick Richards, 2026 second-round pick, most favorable of New York Knicks, New Orleans Pelicans, Portland Trailblazers, Minnesota Timberwolves, 2029 second-round pick, 2031 second-round pick via New York Knicks, 2031 second-round pick via Denver Nuggets. That's a lot of assets from Zach Lavine. That is a lot of assets for Zach Lavine. That's like almost, is it overkill? I need y'all to tell me in the comments. This is a score for Zach Lavine. This has got to be a score. Or am I wrong? Some of those second round picks could turn into something. One of them, 1 out of 4, 25%. Maybe Nick Richards don't stay. Maybe Colin Sexton don't stay. We like Anthony Simons. Maybe they keep Jaden Ivey. Maybe they gamble on Jaden Ivey. Noah Essengay, he's going to get a shot. Zach Collins. We don't know what's up with Zach Collins. I think this is his last year on this deal. We'll see what's up with Zach, but he's a good player. Trey Jones has got to stay with the Bulls. He's hurt a lot, but his play outweighs some of the missed time on the floor. I'll just say it like that. So his play outweighs a couple games he misses here and there. So y'all let me know. Is all this worth Zach Lavine? Did we actually cook with that before the trade deadline 2025? With the Zach Lavine trade to the Sacramento Kings for Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins, and Noah Essengay? Y'all let me know in the comments. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Peace.
Cognac. Gang.